Hello and welcome, Holistretch fam. My name is Frances Eve. I am a holistic stretch practitioner, and today I am working on one of my clients. He's having some stress in his shoulders, some tension and tightness around the trap area. So I'm going to teach you how to work on your client when they have these kinds of issues. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so already. Helping us to build this beautiful movement of holistic bodywork practitioners and soon offer you a certification course. Very, very excited for that. So we're going to go ahead and start just by palpating. You want to have your client resting on their belly, and you want to use the palms of your hands to palpate. So that just means that you're feeling around intuitively and asking your client to breathe whenever you apply pressure. So you want to have them inhale when you're just in rest mode, but then when you apply pressure, you want to have them exhale to release the fascia. The pressure is always going to come from the earth. So that's one of the reasons I love to always take my shoes off before a bodywork sessions, because it helps me to ground and it helps me to bring up the earth energy through my body. And then I allow the heaven energy to tell me where to go. So I would never wear a hat or shoes doing a session. So then we're going to go ahead and feel around where they're tense and tight. And this just helps me to decide where I want to start stretching or what areas I will have to work on first in order to loosen up the rest of their body. Always keep in mind that normally when you practice bodywork on your client, that when they complain about a particular area, like for him it was the area I'm palpating right now with my olecranon, this area can also be related to any other area in the body, but fascia sort of runs in a diagonal line. So if it's the left shoulder, you might feel tension as well in the right QL or the left calf. It could even be the right foot. So always take a look at the full body, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to work on the upper back. So you'll have your client lay on the side, and you can sit on the table. You can also just stand over the table, leaning your body weight in, but sitting on the table is a lot easier. Bring your outside arm underneath their shoulder, and then I'm just palpating the back just a little bit, just sort of lifting up the sacrum and feeling around in here where the tension is. That helps me determine which direction to lean into. So this area right here, this is the traps. This is the lower neck, upper shoulder area. You want to have them shrug the shoulder up and then lean your body weight back. As you're leaning back, you'll have them exhale. Because he's young and active and strong, I don't worry about his neck. But if you have an older client or possibly a client who just needs extra neck and back support, you can slide the massage table headrest underneath their head for a pillow. Opening the lats here in a passive stretch, you can bring the arm underneath the upper elbow and lean your body weight back. I noticed that he felt extra tight in the lats on the left side, so I'm actually going to do a little extra work in here. You're going to have them squeeze their elbow back as you bring your body weight all the way back to straighten that arm. So the resistance stretching is really a two-way street. It's really, you're not trying to win them or beat them or pull them. You really are just trying to open their fascia. So you want them to squeeze in and resist you, but not completely. They're going to slowly release the resistance as you pull the arm back. See how much that lat opened? You can actually visually see how much it opened already. When the fascia is opening up, you always want to have them exhale. Fortunately, my client here has worked with me a while. He was excellent at breathing and exhaling where he needed to, so I didn't have to tell him. But then we go back into the passive just to check things out, and yeah, it really worked. It's so much softer and mobile. Beautiful. So now we want to open up the top of the shoulder. So I'm going to have them punch up into my hand, and then I bring the other hand for stability to the inside of the elbow. So this is just to keep him stable. And he's going to punch up into my hand as I pull the arm down. Look how much it opens up the neck. Like, you can actually visually see the intensity of the stretch, how much the shoulder opens up. Now imagine if I was just passively stretching. We really wouldn't get anywhere here, but look how effective this stretch is when you apply resistance. Always make sure when you apply resistance that you take care of your own physical body. So notice how I have at least one foot still grounded, and I'm moving from my hips. So I'm not muscling it as much as it looks like I'm muscling it. I'm muscling it maybe a little bit, but ultimately I'm moving from my hips and keeping my elbows in so that I don't strain my own muscles. We're just going to open up that arm to open up the pecs. Little passive stretch in there. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. So as we open up the top of the shoulder and a little bit into the pecs, now we're going to open up the back of the traps. By simply moving in the direction in which they'll stretch. So one hand to the elbow, he's going to elbow back, and then I'm going to push forward. So right now he's not punching into my hand. We're just using it as a stability, place of stability, and I'm pushing downwards. So having his hand inside of mine just helps me guide the direction and helps him feel a bit more stable. Exhaling, coming all the way down, feeling that stretch in the traps. Can get real deep in here. This is also really good for people who hold on to emotion in the spinal area, the muscles along the spine. And then we go the opposite way to open up the pecs on a much deeper level. So check it out. Same arm position, but instead of the hand on the outside of the elbow, it comes to the inside to pull instead of push. And now he's actually punching into my hand, and then I'm pulling back. Look at that twist. See how awesome that is. How freaking awesome that is. Like, the whole upper back opens up, the shoulders open up, the pecs open up. He's getting that beautiful twist in the spine there. And then we can just passively open. I like to do a little soft tissue in the pec, which they don't particularly like. So, but I've seen him many times, so I know exactly the intensity. But if you're working with a new client, always ask them if the intensity is okay, if they want a little less. Everyone has different pain tolerance. Now I'm going to show you once again on the other side. So he's going to go ahead and turn over so we can work on the other side. And we're just going to kind of figure out where we need to go here. So it always starts with that palpation. You can stand or sit on the table when you do this. Just find a comfortable place for your body. And ideally, you want to have at least 1 foot on the ground to, again, pull that earth energy through your body. Leaning your body weight back, keeping your spine nice and straight. On the stretch. Good. And remember, this is not a passive stretch. This is a resistance stretch. So you want to have them shrug the shoulder up and squeeze and then slowly release the resistance. This is going to make a huge difference. If you are a stretch therapist, you will be so stoked, because if you're just pulling your clients like this, it's not going to be lasting. In fact, you could actually cause irreparable damage because you could actually tear tissue. So you want to make sure that their muscles are engaged, that their fascia is activated, is contracted, because then we can actually get a deep stretch that's authentic to where the body wants to go. Good. We're going to do a little lat check. This side was way more open than the other side, so I didn't find it necessary to do any more resistance for that. So we are just going to move straight into the pecs and the traps. So starting with the traps, we're going to push the elbow down. See how it opens right in there. They're going to inhale and push that elbow back into you. And using your whole body weight to push forward. Notice how I'm leaning my whole body weight forward. Exhaling all the way down. With each stretch, you should feel that the stretches become deeper and the muscle just starts to become more and more open. Beautiful. And I'm going to show you the pec opener. Same thing. You can just switch the arm positioning just like we did on the other side, but I'm going to show you that you can do it front ways as well. And now we're just getting the pecs. I'm bringing one hand to the trap for stability. And he's still getting that nice spinal twist. So either way for you to be works if you want to do it from behind or from the front. And if you're wondering how many to do, you will be able to know intuitively how many. Sometimes if the client has just received a massage or they're kind of tired that day, I'll just have them do a few. But if they feel like they're strong, they're ready to work, then we might even do all the way up to 6. So just use your own intuition, but anywhere between 3 and 6 is pretty good. You can even do more than that if you have a client who really wants to work on a particular chronic issue. You can have them do 10 to really deeply open up the area, or you can do sets of 5 and 5, whatever feels good to you. So to complete our stretch, we're going to open up the pecs and the traps, of course, again, because that's our focus. But I'm going to show you how I like to conclude a stretch. A lot of times I will have them do this at the end, but they can bring their feet down on the table to ground themselves. And then they want to bring their hands together so that you can use them. You can use their hands kind of like a knob that you're just pushing into, but basically they're going to push the hands back towards you and then you're pushing back. So if you just imagine like a machine at the gym, just imagine that you're kind of like a gym machine. But just take care of your own body, always coming from those hips and pushing down. So notice how this is bringing the shoulders down, out of the ears, out of the neck. So anyone who has a lot of stress, this will feel really, really good. So just release that stress. And then we can go the opposite way. So they're going to pull down towards their knees and you're going to pull all the way up. So this is awesome too, because this not only gets the lats, but it gets the pecs as well and opens up the chest. This is really good for confidence. I know whenever I get this done, I feel really confident and awake and aware. So this opens up the whole front of the body. Thank you guys so much for joining me, for staying till the end. I'd love to stay in connection with you. Always feel free to join me on my Instagram at Holistretch, or you can send me an email. I'd love to support you along your journey, or just leave a comment. Let me know if you tried any of these. If you are someone who is wanting to learn more tips and tricks and tools for assisted stretching, make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.